And here we go. What's going on, YouTube? Sean here with my friend Nick. We just got out of seeing The Incredibles 2, and we're here to give some quick little thoughts on it. What'd you think of the movie?
I thought it was great.
I thought it was amazing. Maybe even better than the first movie. Then again, the first movie's had 14 years to sit on you. Because I just finished rewatching the first movie right before I came to the theater, and it could be because the new movie's fresh. But I thought it was funnier. But there are things I like about the first movie more. I love Syndrome as a bad guy more than the villains in this movie, because Syndrome was cracking me up the whole time, and he pretty much is like an entitled fan if he became a villain. So
Jack was better in this movie.
Yeah, Jack was amazing, but my favorite character in both these movies is probably Edna.
Oh yeah.
Edna, whenever Edna shows up on screen, I'm so fascinated by this character and the way she acts. She's like, "Darling, don't do that." I can't not laugh whenever Edna's on screen. She just carries the movie. She's
awesome.
She's great. So this movie takes place immediately after the first movie, which is really cool to see. I'm glad they didn't do like a really long time jump, because obviously the landscape of superhero movies has changed a lot since 2004, when the first movie came out. We have the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Since that, before or like right after the Incredibles came out, like the year after, we had like Batman Begins. And then we had like the Dark Knight trilogy and cinematic universes. But before that, it was a very different landscape. So this movie has to adapt and incorporate itself into the modern superhero landscape. And it does a pretty good job.
You watched the first one right before, right?
Yeah.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen the first one a bunch of times.
Oh, yeah. When I was a kid, I've seen it probably 50 times.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the first one. It wasn't my favorite Brad Bird movie. I think like Ratatouille and Iron Giant were better. But I still like The Incredibles. I thought it was a really solid, funny movie. Like, Syndrome was hilarious. You got busy with Elastigirl. But there are some things, like, obviously this one's nowhere near as violent or graphic as the first movie. For instance, like, a lot of people get horrifically murdered in the first movie. Like, the criminals the kids are just chasing, they just blow up, or Syndrome just gets horrifically mutilated in the plane. Which I do kind of appreciate that dark touch. This one, it's not nearly as dark, but it is in some ways funnier than the first movie, especially with Jack and that raccoon. There's a part where Jack's like, his powers are going all over the place, and he goes and like sees this raccoon and thinks it's a robber, so he has to like go after it. And this raccoon and him are just like duking it out and having like this epic battle, kind of like a Wile E. Coyote or a Roadrunner sketch or something. Or Tom and Jerry is more appropriate.
They should make another short film about that.
I think they will, because on the DVD I was watching the first movie, they have the Jack attack short, and obviously they wipe the memories of the one babysitter, and then I thought it was pretty funny. Just kind of filled in like a missing plot element of the movie. So hopefully they do that with this movie, because I really appreciate it. And it was nice to see The Incredibles back. I don't think I saw the first movie in theaters, because I didn't really go to movies that much.
I don't think so either.
But I watched I watched it a lot on a DVD, like a bunch of times over the years. But it's just weird to think that I just saw an Incredibles movie in the theaters. It's very nice, and I really hope they make a third one and we don't have to wait 14 years for it, because what I like about this one, you get more superpowers, you get a lot more unique abilities. The animation has obviously improved, and the action sequences are better. So in some ways, the first movie is superior, has a stronger villain, and then this one kind of retreads some plot lines, but I think since it doesn't drag as much with showing the depressing lifestyle of a superhero, I may like this one more, but then again, I have to let it settle. But if you're a fan of the first movie, I think you'll really appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't think I can pick between the two.
Yeah.
I like them both.
I like them both a lot, and I really want to see more Incredibles movies, or Incredibles TV show. There's so much you can do with this world that they've built up, and they still got to catch the Molenator. Like that son of a bitch has like gotten past him in 2 movies, and now they gotta go off and fight him again, because he's only really at the beginning of the movie.
Right.
So I mean, because it picks up right where the first movie left off. So there's a lot left to be explored in this world. So if somebody wants to help Brad Bird out, Brad, if you're listening to this video, I'll help you out. I'll help you come up with an Incredibles 3. There's a lot you can do with the world, and give me an Incredibles TV show. Give me more with this world, is all I'm asking. I mean, if you can make 3 freaking Cars movies, you can do a 3rd Incredibles movie, or Toy Story 4 is coming out next year. Or I mean, obviously, you don't want them to run into the ground like they did with the Shrek series, but I would really like a third Incredibles movie. Like, I want to watch the third one like right now. That's how
Yeah.
solid this movie was. So, is there anything else you wanted to talk about? Any favorite moments?
No, nothing but the Jack and the raccoon.
Jack and the raccoon were great, and I liked.
Pretty much anything with Jack in this movie was great.
Jack is the standout in this movie, and then when he goes to stay with Edna, and Edna is just like, kind of like has all these unique powers. One where he kind of turns into Edna, and Edna just like fell in love with it. And I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. So I did love Jack is amazing in this movie. Like way superior. Like he's out of all the characters who improved, he improved the greatest between the movies. So you gotta love Jack, and you know the villains fine, but not to the level of Syndrome was in the first movie. But I mean, it's still good. It's still good. So
Yeah.
Yep, that's all I gotta say. Thank you for joining me, and go see The Incredibles 2. I didn't really know what the plot of this movie was going into it. I knew I had to do something with like Elastigirl trying to like be the face of like superheroes to get them, you know, legalized again. So that was cool, and yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully a third Incredibles movie because I want to see it right now.
I think there would be.
I think there will be, but hopefully it's not 14 years. Like, good God Almighty! Like this should have come out years ago. We should be getting like Incredibles 4 or 5 because this is like really good. So, yep. And the sirens are going off, which is a good indicator for us to let you go. So, thank you for joining us, and go see The Incredibles 2. It's well worth your time. Take care now. Bye bye then.
Later.
Later.